Eles fucking dead. Spawn on my point!
I've spotted an enemy tank to your south. We now control objective Delta.
I have a spawn point on.
Nice, dude.
Fucking piece of shit, man. Yeah, I have a spawn point. Let's go.
Did they destroy it? How'd you die? You got sniped?
No, I got killed from the same spawn.
Oh.
And I killed him. And I spawned on him.
Contact, enemy tank! Gonna need ID!
Oh, some guy's parachuting in.
Enemies are attacking Delta. Our troops are attacking Charlie.
Have you used the Glaive yet? Live? This thing?
The javelin,
It's not fucking locking on to, is it only land vehicles or is this
Yeah,
air
it's
and
ground.
land?
It's ground.
Oh shit, they're all on the crane. They're all on the crane.
Our control of Delta has been lost.
They might have jumped off it. Oh.
Attention, we need defensive support on the mark.
It's only land vehicles? Oh fuck, some guys up here.
Yeah, I think you can either, I think you might even be able to lock onto
Let's
the
go!
javelin. It's not a thing. That's how it is in other games. I'm not sure how it is.
We've neutralized Delta.
What class?
Oh, wait. I think I know.
Alpha is under enemy control.
We'll go up and
Fuck.
Right, objective Delta is under control.
Fucking helicopter.
what class are you again? I didn't hear.
Engineer. Oh, the helicopter's coming back. Get fucking 2 fucking javelins.
Which engineer proficiency or easy mode? It's all.
It's just the default.
I think there's one that gives you extra rockets to go to which one it is.
Oh, okay. So if a like a air vehicle is painted, I can lock onto it too.
Contact.
It's collapsing, dog.
Why do they give such little ammo? Like assault.
Is that gonna hit the building? Oh,
You'd think assault would have a lot of ammo because in order to assault something, you need ammo. I don't know what assault is.
they used to have the ammo packs, but I don't know why they gave ammo and med packs to fucking support class. Oh fuck.
That's sick.
What?
I took his medic class, put that down ammo, and then put that in my class back.
Oh yeah.
We have initiated our attack on Alpha.
I can't remember. Could you take people's guns in Bad Company too?
I think so. I know that it's always changed your class to ones. You can't just take them. Yeah, it is weird that it shows a cross for the fucking
Dude, like, fuck is this, man?
There's a guy up.
There's a guy up here.
He killed me.
Oh, and he's gonna kill both of us.
I think that should be it.
Run. Oh my god. Man.
We're targeting objective Bravo.
I think they're up here. Yeah, they're up here. Where is it?
I tried to ping while I was aiming in, but it fucking shoots and one of those things.
I got first.
There's a helicopter.
Enemy helo! Stay alert!
I wonder how they keep getting up here without.
Coming in, I'm tracking a hostile tank in the area. Over.
Sniper somewhere on that other building. Oh fuck, there's a guy up here.
It's such a weird place.
The helicopters shooting us? No.
Contact! Enemy tank! Gonna need AT!
Our control of Bravo has been lost.
Helicopters.
Guys up here.
We are attacking objective Charlie.
Enemy tank spotted!
You're not using Oh, I think someone's up.
The back.
Like right where I died. Behind that wall. My gun didn't only have 20 fucking bullets, I would have killed him. I don't want that. Let me see.
Objective Charlie neutralized. We need attack support on the marked objective.
Oh, he's back here.
Holy fuck, man. Thing is so strong, dude.
worst tank I've ever seen.
That is correct.
Still there. Engineer, so I can't really do shit to him.
De facto.
We are engaging objective Bravo. Objective Charlie is under hostile attack. Marked objective is under threat. Defend the position. Our troops have lost objective Charlie.
Oh, fuck.
Our attack on Echo is in progress. Okay, be advised. Enemy jet operating in your area. Out.
Whoa!
Frag out! Stay with me! Enemy
Hostiles are engaging objective Delta.
Let's go! Enemy helicopter down!
We are targeting Charlie.
Shit, bro. I'm at B building.
That's what I said, that tank. That was fucking sick.
Right, our troops are attacking Echo.
Guys inside.
Be advised, Delta is under hostile attack.
Oh.
Be advised, our control of Delta has been lost.
What's the score for our team? It's not showing for me.
16.
We are
Shit, 16.
enemy jet north of your location.
116.
Much better. What is this fucking idiot doing right there, man? Wow, he doesn't even know he's there.
We are targeting objective Delta.
Teammates like that, they're worse.
We are engaging objective Echo.
All right, our troops are attacking Delta.
The Jays won their the first World Series game.
All elements attack now. We need to capture and hold the objectives. Guns up. Let's go.
Yes!
We need your support in the meantime.
Yeah.
All right, we've secured Alpha. Aircraft fueled and ready. Pilots are cleared to engage.
Dude, I can't fly for shit.
Alright, fine.
I genuinely cannot fly for shit.
Start firing on C.
Enemies are attacking objective Delta.
Objective under threat. Let's defend the mission.
Good, take out that tank right this here.
I think you hit it. That's somebody. I don't think that was the tank though. Holy shit, dude. Was that a tank or?
Be advised, the enemy is controlling the fight. Stay strong.
The enemy is attacking Alpha. We've taken objective Charlie.
Shit, helicopter above us.
It's too high.
This.
Yeah, your flying is actually really good.
Yeah.
It's weird that I think the only thing, and it's not even your fault, it's the game's fault. Like in real life, on Abrams tanks, when the tank like goes on a bump or goes over a bump, there's like systems that make the barrel stay at the same point, like, kind of like a chicken's head. But for
Yeah.
this gun, that's not how it works for some reason.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Fucking hell. Try to get the helicopter again.
Do you not get assists when I get kills?
I don't. So.
I feel like you should, because a shitty helicopter pilot's not really going to be able to get the gunner when he kills.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Fuck. Okay, you got it. Alright.
You want to fly?
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I'll fly. Any helicopter nearby? Are you able to hit people from here? There's probably some people at B. snipers. Got eyes on that enemy helicopter over there. Fuck, 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 fuck. Come on, dude. Whatever. I'm just gonna fucking spawn. Ugh.
Is he not stunned at all, dude?
Fuck, I'm bleeding out! Medic!
Dude, you're fucking medic and you choose to long revive.
Be advised, hostiles are assaulting Charlie.
What? Mars?
We have Bravo under attack.
Tank destroyed!
My goodness.
Neutralizing Objective Bravo.
We've secured Bravo.
Multiple guys.
Hostile
in that
machine gun
house.
in sight!
Can't even ping the house.
Somebody just shot me from,
The enemy is still winning the fight. Head back and take
this, like,
control.
south. He's on the site or by sea. Yeah, they're up there. Oh, dude.
We're targeting Objective Delta.
I need a medic!
Yeah, look at this, man. No one's getting kills in the kill feed. Just
Be
easy.
advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
Actually shooting bodies instead of reviving them.
Be advised, you've lost control of Bravo.
All the fucking flags.
Delta.
There's beds in place here.
Attack support needed on the marked objective.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Hostile forces have maintained control of the fight.
Don't let them take any more ground. Contact, taking fire.
We are targeting objective Bravo. Hostile forces have maintained control of the fight. We need attack support on the marked objective.
We have Bravo under attack.
Wow, you got the ammo box on the spot.
Enemy shields are
Fucking
rigged. I
walk
need
to
all
it.
elements on the attack. We are attacking objective Bravo.
had no ammo for any of my primaries, so I had to use the fucking revolver from like 50 meters away. Fucking cock.
Attack support is needed on the marked objective. Right, we now control objective Echo.
That's how we get things done around here.
What a fucking dumbass, dude.
All call signs. Aircraft now ready for deployment.
Dude, that was fucking perfectly poetic, dude. Holy fuck.
That's a pretty nice house. It's got the Mujahideen vibe. Definitely fucking fuck some bitches in this house, dog. These nice carpets.
There's a lot of beds too, dog.
Yep.
Fit 2 here, probably fit 6, 7, 8 here.
Oh, dog, it's a fucking kitchen sink and a fucking fridge. Oh shit, there's a ladder up here. Oh.
Delta has been lost. Be advised, the enemy are attacking Echo. Be advised, hostile troops have secured more objectives.
Spotted enemy vehicle!
We're attempting to capture Bravo.
Contact enemy vehicle!
Holy fuck! Oh. Dude, where's our team? Like, we were just losing E. Where's our team? Holy fuck, man.
Objective Alpha neutralized.
Oh, fuck. Nice.
Was he up or down? Okay, I'm gonna leave because this is impossible.
This morning, in the early hours, a terror attack. Far leftists were protesting ICE in Alameda, California, where the Coast Guard was housing several federal agents. They were protesting a deployment that was expected to hit the Bay Area, but Trump, after the intervention of many tech billionaires and political individuals, canceled this ICE raid. The protesters remained, and then at some point, and for some reason we don't yet know why, a U-Haul vehicle was driven by what appears to be a leftist extremist and then accelerated high speed in reverse towards law enforcement with weapons aimed, who then unloaded on this vehicle, shooting a bystander as well as the driver. Now, we don't know if the bystander was a protester involved or not, but we do have videos of all of this. It is absolutely insane. Now, if you think that one's crazy, Steve Bannon says Trump's going to get a third term. So, I guess we'll see, and we'll read about what that's all about. There is a lot to break down today, of course. But before we do, we got a great sponsor for all of you. It is Perplexity.ai. They got a new browser, the Comet AI web browser. Let me ask you guys something. How much time do you spend every day on a web browser? How much time do you spend clicking around online, searching, scrolling, typing, endless tabs? It's a lot, right? Well, there's a new AI web browser from Perplexity called Comet that's completely changing the way you're able to interact with your browser. It allows you to do things like order on DoorDash.
I don't even get to fucking choose my class, man.
You can buy stuff on Amazon. You think it's book a flight or hotel. It can help you set up your day and send you messages. Schedule meetings, search, respond, analyze, pull up anything like videos, tabs, or otherwise. Pretty cool, right? Download Perplexity's new AI web browser, Comet, by heading to pplx.ai/timcast. Let your browser work for you. Plus, right now when you download Comet, you get a month of Rumble Premium for free. Man, how lucky are we? But also, we've got Beam Dream. I absolutely love Beam Dream. You know I do. Beam no scripts. This stuff is so absolutely fantastic. I have practiced fucking every day. It is amazing. This is your nighttime blend to support better sleep. It's got melatonin, L-theanine, magnesium.
How did
It's
our team
got
allow
this-
him to run
this
through
mushroom
midnight?
stuff. I forget what it's called. But it's delicious.
Holy
This
shit.
is the cinnamon cocoa. Tastes super good. I love the brownie
I
bed.
swear
I love
no
all
one
Great.
the
goes for seed.
I
No
got
one
the
tries to get rid of map control. I
caramel
don't
one's really
understand.
good. Pumpkin spice last night. I started drinking this after like a week of
Clean
drinking
sweet
this.
16.
When you really hit those effects, I'm sleeping like an angel. I mean, it's perfect, like a rock. Not ready to, not like a baby to wake up all the time screaming. But I sleep perfectly. My sleep score has been consistent in the 90s with my trackers, and I didn't even realize my sleep could have improved before I was drinking this. So, you know, Pete sponsors us, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. We got a script. I'll try. It tastes great. And then I figured out it's
And
off, guys. I really do recommend it. It's fantastic. Don't forget to also smash the like button, share the show with everyone you know right now. You can join our Discord server at timcast.com, join the TV, and check out our VIP backstage recordings. Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more, we have Aaron McIntyre.
this fucking app is retarded.
Right on. We also have a fun panel today. We got Chuck hanging out.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I'm the
Seems like
host of
every
Green
map
Room.
is retarded.
If you want to
if your
check
team
that out, it's
sucks.
behind the paywall on Rumble Premium. So sign up. We
Objective
released
Alpha
the George
neutralized.
Santos video yesterday. If you want to get us started.
Very cool. Kellen's hanging out.
Yeah, I think it's my first appearance on IRL. Usually behind the scenes.
But you've been on many times.
Sure, yeah, it's like a panelist, I guess. I'm usually
Yeah.
for Surge when I have been on in the past. But
Dude,
hello,
if
everybody. My name
someone
is
can
Kellen.
use that
I
gun
work
on this
behind
map,
the scenes
then
here
your
at
team is
Timcast.
fucking god.
We just wrapped an
Fuck.
awesome tour this morning. Brian Shapiro was sitting in the CT recording, and he brought this energy that makes me really stoked for this culture war event we've got coming up.
Yeah, and I called him a retard. Sure. He asked me to take it back. He said, please film a video with me saying I got this.
Yeah. So make sure you guys check that out and get your tickets to the event coming up on
What's up, guys? guys, Tate Brown here, holding it down. I'm really excited about this. It's gonna be a fun show. I love Warren. It's gonna be great. And yeah, go watch the George Santos tapes released yesterday on the Dream. There's a wild chat in there. I filled him in on a lot of like what he missed out in while he was in jail. He found out, and I tried. It was pretty emotional. So go watch to see his emotional.
And obviously, you understand why Phil's not here. He just had a baby. Congratulations.
This fucking faggot can't get a kill and he gets in my way, man.
Anti-communist and counter-revolutionary. Shout out.
Whoa.
We'll be back when you're ready. But in the meantime, let's jump to the first story from Fox KTVU.
Holy fuck,
Live
man.
updates. Gunfire rings out at end of Bay Area immigration protest. Now the funny thing is, when I first saw this video of dude, this video is nuts. Wait till you guys see it. We got updated video. ABC News just reported shots fired after vehicle driving erratically.
When you leave, go to like one of your guns, and then click customize and go to like the attachment slide thing. And I want to ask you what you think this stat is, because I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah.
You know how there's the one that says like 2.38 or whatever, like your reload time, and then it's your velocity, which is probably a 3-digit number, anywhere from 500 even to 1,000. You see that? Under your mobility, like bottom right.
Okay. So which number?
So what's the third one? It might be 250 or 300.
Crosshairs?
Yeah, but do you know what that number means?
Well, what are the other numbers mean?
The first one is reload time, the second one is velocity, the fourth one is headshot multiplier. Because when the number goes higher for that one, it goes red. So apparently having a higher number is worse. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Attempts to back into Coast Guard base. I believe ABC News intentionally obfuscated the truth about what really happened, because this was, from all available evidence, a leftist terror attack on a military installation. We've got this video here. Check it out. For those that are listening, the U-Haul is pulling forward. The person driving is pulling forward. They stop. Now they're going to accelerate backwards. And there's a ton of dudes with guns aimed, rifles. Listen to this. You hear the screaming? So when I first watched this video, there's a guy going, ah, ah, ah. I'm going to play that again. See if you can hear what he says, because I can hear what he's saying now.
I got hit, right?
I got hit. He said that. We got video of it. This is insane. It's not really graphic, but I'm not going to show the full video because he does display a gunshot wound. So for people don't know this, the gunshot wound, it's a small hole in his chest. There's no blood spilling everywhere. It's just a hole in his chest. So I'll just play the beginning where you can see it. I won't show the actual.
Squads, move out for attack. Take control of the objectives and hold ground.
You can see the U-Haul right here. It's about to back up.
Look at everybody! Hostiles all over the place!
Enemy attack confirmed to Echo.
Objective has been recaptured.
Oh, you're garbage. I just turned on the fucking game on the others.
Oh, shit!
Really embarrassing.
Be advised, enemies are attacking objective Bravo.
Dude, how the fuck are so many people up there, man? Yeah, we're already starting
So
to
he
lose.
then pulls his
Like,
shirt up. I'm
how
not
is
going to
that
show it,
even
but
possible?
someone asked him, "Is it rubber?" Bro, these LARPers they do not get the game they're playing. These, look, I'm gonna jump back to this video. Look at these guys, these cops. They are not playing around. It looks like several of them have long guns and some with handguns. They were prepared to kill the person who accelerates at a high speed with a box truck towards them. And these people are LARPing, and after you get shot, they go, is it rubber? Do you see people with rubber bullets? These guys have guns and a military installation. They are playing live action.
How many
I think it's
fucking
getting crazy out
people,
there. This
dude?
escalation's getting nuts. The left is going to react to
There's
this.
four. There's 5 of them right there.
Innocent person. They're going to increase the rhetoric, and it's going to get crazy.
Holy fuck.
It's very clear this is
I
what happens
won't-
when you
I
have a
won't let me
generation
spawn
of
again.
revolutionaries
Nice.
who are raised on Marvel movies and Star Wars, right? Like, they've never seen real violence. It's all a video game to them. They've never met anybody who's been in combat, in law enforcement, in the military. They've probably never even shot a gun. These guys are just out there playing a video game, and when the inevitable consequences come, they're still just acting like it's TV show. Oh, let me see, it'll be funny. There must be rubber bullets. No, man, when you drive a truck and attempt to run over armed men, they're going to shoot you with real bullets so they don't die. It's not a game anymore, but that's always the most dangerous people who don't understand what they're pushing into. They're pushing violence, but they don't get what's coming if they actually achieve what they want.
Yeah, well, that's what you see like in a lot of these riots, especially. They were literally hired artists, not from the press. It's to like distribute, high quality photographs from people's Instagrams. At the end of the day, they just see this, like you said, as some sort of fucking head. Like that. And yeah, they're totally detached from reality. Like, oh no, you're dealing with that.
I'm gonna take this faggot out of the sky, man.
Yeah, they're not gonna hesitate. You're throwing a box truck at them. They're gonna let it fly.
Army Hopes.
That's fucked.
But with fear that we're actually just considering how they're going to now use this to recruit. Far leftists are going to go to colleges and they're going to show the person going, I got hit. Or look, they shot me like this.
They're doing with the costumes in Portland and now in Chicago. They're playing with the costumes. It's like, look, we're just having a good time. We're silly. We're dancing. We're not these violent extremists. They can't think we actually got it on video yesterday. They have a clothing rack of all these inflatable suits. So it's planned. They're like, hey, we're going to pass these out. It's going to make it seem silly that the media can't,
In my younger years, I dressed up like a giant ice cream cone man in one of these suits. I had a friend who was a manager at Dairy Queen, and it was in down in Chicago, and I'd go hang out there when I was downtown and just bored. And then she was complaining that nobody would, like, she was like, someone's supposed to dress up like an ice cream man and go out and dance around and cut this coupon. Nobody would do it. And I was like, what? Why not? She's like, you're embarrassed? And I was like, are you kidding? I will do it right now. And she's like, you want to do it? I'm like, do you mean I get to be the ice cream cone? And so you put on the suit, and there's a box, and you turn it on, and it blows air. It's got a tube that goes at the back, so it pulls air and it inflates itself. You are walking in an inflated tank. Now, I'm being a bit silly. This is true. I did dance around Chicago outside of the Thompson Center? It's gone.
Hostiles are assaulting Charlie.
The point I'm bringing up is that these people could have weapons, and you can't see it because the suit's inflated, and your arm could be inside. You don't need to pull it through. So the whole thing's like a balloon, and you could pull your arms in like this and do it if you play video games, and it's air conditioned. They could have weapons, and the cops can't see this. So it is particularly, what's the right word? Insidious, perhaps? Is a word that they describe this. My fear is that as this escalation continues, they're going to hold people to hide them because you can't see the outline of the body. And then when the person on camera is in the frog costume dancing, and the cops are taking them down, the left will use it as cops. Oh, they're catching innocent people. Of course, we are paying attention. We'll then see them. We'll see them rip the suit open and pull a gun out or something. The left is going to use the exact they're playing the manipulation game, and it works. I'll just give a shout out to the Culture War episode earlier, where I asked Brian Shapiro a million times what was Trump charged with, and he didn't know. He just said he was convicted on 34 counts, and I'm like, of what? And he's like, he had no answer. And I'm like, this is what divides left and the right. You're saying the government said it was true, therefore it is. I'm saying I want to see the truth.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Yeah, well, I mean, you even saw, to your previous point, the costumes. I think it was in Portland where there was the video VHS for someone, they were spraying mace into like the air intake of the costume. Yeah, which is like hilarious, very base. We love to see that. But like, on a serious note, like from a security concern, that was what was cited by a lot of people online. Is they're saying, yeah, as soon as you pull your hands in, like the arm will stay inflated. It needs to be doing.
Yep. This is a knife.
Cody? No.
see is the front of it went like this. I'm like, oh,
Neutralize Charlie.
what's going on in there?
I don't know. I don't want
Dirty little. Oh.
Yeah, but this really makes it like the Baudrillard's hyper-reality of Revolution, right? Like, you have this very strange, abstract version of this where people are dancing around in costume. No one knows
Oh,
what's
shit.
going on. If somebody gets shot, it's probably just a joke or something. Like, no one even knows how to take the revolution seriously. But this also like obscures
There's a tank
the
back
real
there.
danger because the only reason that things have not gotten worse is that the left is so bad.
Nice,
Right? They're
dude.
so stupid.
Right when I say
We
that, a
have
fucking enemy tank just shows up right
multiple,
there.
captured by ICE who
What a
get shot
fucking
instead of
retard.
ICE agents because the guy doesn't know how to shoot when he's trying to assassinate ICE agents. We
I
have
love it how I can
failed
just look at
bombings,
someone
we
and I
have
just
failed
get a
assaults,
feeling
we have the
about
failed
the entire
run a blockade here. Like, it's only because these guys are so bad at their job
Literally
that
2
we don't
seconds
have
after
full
this.
dead agents.
What did you call it?
Baudrillard.
Baudrillard's hyper
Oh shit.
Jean Baudrillard's a French philosopher.
I'm just sitting here being like, the
Good thing
IQ
that this
is 20 points, because a moment ago he's like, they gotta be gooning in there. Like, no, it's hyper reality.
I mean, to be fair, Baudrillard.
Dog, he's right
I'm a listener of a
there.
show, and then he starts saying, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I can't even work a code 3 stop machine. It's like dropping.
That's impressive.
Every two tanks.
You know what needs to happen? See, the right isn't subversive enough. Conservatives need to buy a bunch of these costumes, join the protest, and then literally just start slapping.
Oh, he's
them
coming
down with
inside.
gooning, so it looks like they're gooning. 'Cause then people are gonna be like,
He's coming inside.
all
He's
of
gonna
these
go
leftists are
pines.
they're just gooning in these weird. Stop wearing it.
There's something to be said about that point. Like, following World War II, the Japanese, I think it was the Minister of Culture Ministry, they commissioned like anime, like Hello Kitty and these sorts of things, because they wanted to like soften their image to the world. Because at the time, in 1948, you asked someone what they think about Japan. Oh, they're like committing separate.
Dog, they're upstairs. One's on the balcony.
Soften their image, and then this is the left is trying to do. But the problem is like you have a frog standing right next to you, a truck flying.
Oh, do you have ammo, dog?
This is the sad reality of Japan.
I got
Yeah.
The culture that they've largely built in their media is all just the most.
We fucked them up.
So like, what Simpsons? Homer's a moron with men with children. Bundy's a moron. You get King of Queens. I don't know the guy's name. There you go. A moron. In Japan, I understand we have superheroes too. We have Superman, but we put those shows on for kids in the morning, and then we put the morons on at night. And it's sad what's happening in Japan because Japan, they actually have Goku. Like you go to some of these, I can't remember which area it is, but there's a gigantic cutout of Goku. And for those that don't know who he is, it's Dragon Ball Z. The whole saga of Dragon Ball Z is basically beating each other up, fighting, war, people dying, and that's their culture. This is wild. They have
Who's that?
shows that are not about that are about like kids in high school, and they're all fighting each other and doing martial arts. It's just like their high school drama. There's like people fighting each other, and I'm like, people in Japan are just real brutal, but now they're getting stomped on.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No babies.
a lot of it was Dave Chappelle had a famous bit where he
Contact!
was like,
Enemy Vic!
we bombed the masculinity of Japan.
Enemy
We dropped
Vic?
tunics and they started drawing Hello Kitty and stuff. And then a lot of anthropologists were like, that's, I mean, he didn't know this, but that's obviously true. That is what happened is to an extent the masculinity was bombed out of it. They started drawing, and we kind of have the same thing in the United States where, people are getting a little soft and that's what the left is trying to do here is reframe this. But the problem, like I said earlier, is like, it's really hard to pull that off when I have it mixed too. It's like clear they're in the same movement.
I gotta say, I think Japan historically had like the highest speed culture.
Machine.
And I know people are gonna be like, I don't know, man, the Europeans are pretty basic, but like, yes, the Europeans had more landmass, I think. Japan was on this island, but the Japanese people were like, they would commit suicide if they dishonored their family. They are probably the gooningest culture of any culture I've ever seen in my life. Have you guys ever been to Japan? They have masturbation like fast food chains. So they have a chain of business where you can go in to, as the Southern say, goon. Or as the young men say. You go in and do some creepiest thing. It's just
Yeah, those guys coming up the stairs probably.
I'm in Japan, I'm like, yeah. And we walk. Are you kidding me?
Check it out.
I did not say.
Yeah, guys up there. Guys up there.
Oh, dude, how the fuck didn't he die, man?
Klaus Schwab, you will goon.
Fucking stop shooting because I
We
thought
did a
I
mini
hit
doc.
him in the
We did a mini doc on a 5-story tall sex store.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, it's like famous in Japan. And then they have these buildings everywhere. And I said, what is that? And they're like, our Japanese, first like, oh, you know? And I'm like, no, I don't know. And they were like, masturbate or master, I don't know how they said. Masolate, they can't say ours. And then, I'm not being mean, just they can't. And, we go in and like, there's a bunch of stuff in like, it's like plastic cookies. There were towels that were stolen. And they were supposed to use them. And there were TVs and people in the room because they want you to watch it. And you could buy dirty underwear, porn, and like you go into a room, and you have the choice of being watched by other people or not. And I'm like, this is disgusting.
You just described La Quinta. That's what a La Quinta is, you know? You just go there, you cheat on your wife, you know, you get in a bar fight. Like, it's kind of fundamentally the same thing.
Is this what Zoran wants from New York City, though? Like, he wants these five
stations in New York City.
These 5-story tall. Because but in all seriousness, he doesn't want to legalize prostitution, and that is just more incentive to get, you know, those these animal instincts. You know, like Japan, they're not having kids because everyone's already satisfied.
Could you imagine if Zoran at the debate was just like, well, I just gotta say, we want a goon station, and we're gonna build them.
That's the big idea.
Curtis Liu goes, I got shot outside a goon station.
In 1985, 3 guys were going in front of me when I yelled at them and shot me.
Now, I will say the video,
I hope so.
the video in the U-Haul truck, you know this also. Mark
There's steroids in pipes. They know
and
eyes on one foot.
the things you talked about them, where these people think it's a game, the gravity of the situation doesn't click in their heads. And that's why people were shot, because like you look at the video, they're standing right in front of guns.
Well, to be fair, in that second video where the guy got shot, you can't actually see the officers.
Okay.
So you're a block away. But these guys have rifles. It looks like some of these law enforcement guys are holding
We now
bombs.
control more
I mean, that bullet
objectives.
is
Secure our
It was a
defenses.
Coast Guard base,
I'm
right?
sorry,
So
need
that was
ammo!
a security checkpoint.
Guys,
Support needed on the marked
it's
objective.
fierce, okay? And I don't think anybody disagrees. Leftists just tried to attack the Coast Guard base. I mean, is this where people go, whoa, the left has gone crazy, let's stop? Unfortunately, I don't think so.
Well, I made this point before to like to a lot, so it's I guess we're talking about this point, but there is something fundamentally about ICE that animates the left, these leftist, political agitators. Something about ICE specifically animates them, and I like to
That dog
ask
we're
the guests
leaving
kind of
be,
if we
so
can
that
drill
means
down on what
someone's
that
gonna kill
is.
me from behind.
From my perspective, it's just
40
because
seconds.
fundamentally ICE kind of is the bastion of defending America's militarism and defending the American nation at large, and they have such self-hatred for themselves as Americans, specifically like the white liberals in Portland, that's what animates them so much, because Trump's doing a lot of things. What HHS is doing is great. It's very, it's bold and whatnot. And in theory, they should be really upset about that. When's the last time you saw like FHHS, I'm feeding?
I want to talk to you about this. I was debating Grok AI, as one does, and it was the issue of Zoran Mamdani wants to close Rikers for the summer visitors. And he says, because Rikers is in front, the city is terrible, he wants borough new police stations built. But, let's be real, the utopian vision of what the left wants to do isn't actually what they're planning on doing. It's going to be, we're going to release all these criminals. He said, private social construct. He says, a lot of these people have different programs.
Charlie is now under our
Will
control.
Chamberlain responded, Trump should federalize New York and take over, put under federal management.
The enemy has secured objective Delta.
Wall Street Map asked Grok if he could, and Grok said no, Trump can't. Which is stupid because Trump can. And I then got into this debate with the AI, not because I'm like, ooh, I'm going to argue with AI. I wanted the AI to lay out the case of the corporate press narrative as to why Trump can't use the authority he legally can. And where we ended up was Grok was saying, you know, Trump doesn't have the authority to do it. My response is Abraham Lincoln did. Grok says Abraham Lincoln was fighting a legitimate civil war, which is fascinatingly stupid and incorrect. Abraham Lincoln, after Fort Sumter, suspended habeas corpus from Pennsylvania to DC along the rail corridor to protect Union troops from potential sabotage. He had members of the Maryland legislature arrested. This
Dude,
is
they gotta
April
give,
of
even if support
1861.
has ammo boxes, they
It
gotta
was
give assault
months
ammo
before
boxes.
the first battle of Bull Run.
Imagine not giving
No one believed the Civil War was possible.
full ammo.
Nobody
They don't
believed it
give
was
assault
happening. In
boxes.
fact, first used the term Civil War wasn't until
It's
1863.
legitimately asylum.
So what would happen? So the way I look at it right now is, we very well may be in a civil war if we're following the same context of 1861. That is, Donald Trump is trying to enforce the law. He's sending troops from other states into these blue states. They're resisting. Saboteurs are committing terror attacks against federal law enforcement. if Trump were to suspend habeas corpus, which has already been floated by Trump and Miller, it would be within perfect precedent of what presidents have done before. Do you think I'm missing the mark on this one, or how do you see what's going on?
I mean, look, as a proud son of the South, I'm just glad that everyone's suddenly realizing that Abraham Lincoln was a tyrant. I mean, that's all. That's all I really ask. But no, it is funny to watch all these Democrats suddenly turn into John C. Calhoun. They recognize, oh, states' rights and limiting the federal government. Like, look, you guys have been behind this the whole time. Of course, very pro-Lincoln, reconstructing the South. But it's not just that. You know, we had Eisenhower and JFK send troops into the South to enforce different court rulings when it came to segregation. These things. We deployed troops into American cities so many times over.
Holy absolute fuck.
Speech about the National Guard taking back LA block by block. So the idea that this is wildly unprecedented is just completely incorrect. And the only answer is ultimately, does the Republican Party have the will to get this done? Would Trump be able to take those slings and arrows? I think overall, when we look at what happened in D.C., the population was happy to be safer. I think the same is probably true of New York, but the problem is that these people have their safety tied up with all the other voting that they do. They want the benefits, they have all these received carve-outs that they think they're going to get by rejecting Republicans, and so they voted people who are going to destroy their law and order to get all that other stuff.
Earlier today, we were on the Culture War podcast debating largely me debate.
Oh my god, I'm just better. I'm just better.
One point that I made, I think Austin was saying that we should have more, I don't think it's balkanization, but people going into areas where there's further walls, and I said that's going to lead to civil war. Brian agreed. My point was, you have the United States as a largely monocracy as a Democrats and Republicans. They disagree on the wedge issues.
Dude, I was on like a 20.
Look at the Pew charts, you can see it's like two bell curves. What ends up happening is that because of Democrat and Republican entrenchment in these areas where it's like R plus 30 or D plus 30, and it's actually, I would say it's more Democrat phenomenon. This means what? Leave these cities. I need a medic! Policies tend towards further to the left, which the conservatives don't like. It's exponentially increasing. So what happens now is, in New York, 500,000 people left in 2020, largely conservative-minded people live in New York. That makes it substantially easier for the left to win in New York. No politician gets to pander to those conservatives. When it's happening,
where the fuck is my faggot team, man?
Blue states, swing states, and wedge issues.
My god, this guy's on a fucking building I've never seen these people on before. Like, an eye on drugs? He's still there. How is he still? This guy is.
And find the middle ground.
This guy's the best player in the game, apparently.
Oregon is now liberal to far left, and the government's going to end up in the staunch leftist position.
Guy killed him.
States are now going to be moderate conservative or right, and find the staunch conservative position, meaning that each individual state will increasingly come further and further left or right. I actually don't think it's entirely true of the right, because the right is much more morally founded, I think, because of religious tradition. But the left is going to go further and further left because they're power and hope-based. You're eventually going to come to a point where the right states will vote for a president. The president's going to say more illegal immigration, and the blue states will have gone so far left that every person there and everyone in their government is going to say no to this law. I think that maybe what's happening now, and I feel like it's an inevitable reality where factions will be born.
So we're actually going through a predictable cycle that we've been through before historically. We think of the United States as a monoculture, but it really didn't for most of its history. That's why federalism worked so well, right? We had these radically different people in these different states. They recognized themselves as Americans. They were distinct from other peoples, but the states were very important. That's why, for instance, somebody like Robert E. Lee, who was one of the most loyal Americans in the world, was considered the attack.
I didn't think I liked this one, but it's
given
good too.
control of the Union Army. That's why he went with Virginia, not because he was disloyal to the United States, but he felt his loyalty to his home state more than he felt loyalty to and then we see Lincoln come through. You have the Civil War. We have to kind of reunite again. So you have reconstruction to try to force cultural homogeny back onto the South. Well, that goes for a while. We start to have our differences again. That builds up until World War II. And then after World War II, we have this grand unified push under FDR. Communication, culture, education, they all get standardized. We get forced back into a monoculture, especially with the rise of radio and television. And now everyone can watch watch the same things and hear the same things and share the same experiences, but now we're coming back forward again. And so I don't think this is like some strange thing that we're experiencing, but it's just a cycle that we go through over and over again. And we're going to have that strong unifying presidency that kind of brings the culture back together, or things are going to keep breaking apart more and more.
Does this, I mean, the way you describe it with these states having enemies, it sounds kind of like that could prevent us.
Well,
So
it
damn
can't.
true.
I mean, well, it really depends on how much the central government demands that everyone conform to the same way of life, right? The more that the central government demands that we have one unified culture, one unified understanding, the more likely that you're going to have states that have a strong individual identity push back. But if you allow a good degree of autonomy, again, how we did under federalism, then you're probably less likely to have a civil war in that scenario. The problem is that the temptation more and more, especially as we invested more and more power in our centralized government, is to continue to force that monoculture onto different states. I think that we are playing with fire. I don't know that we're going to the civil war. We've had situations where we put troops to the south and we get a civil war out of it. But at the same time, I think we are further in some ways apart than we are back than we were, say, in the 1950s.
You know, I've said this before that it really depends on what comes next. But should this become factionalized war, history will argue that the Civil War started sometime well before now.
Yep, that's right.
The Hill published an op-ed saying that the assassination of Charlie Kirk might be our Fort Sumter moment. And so the difference with the 1861 versus the Civil Rights era versus now, there were catalysts. 1861, we had Bleeding Kansas, John Brown's raid, and something. The Civil Rights era didn't have any shot heard around the world battle moment or anything egregious. We actually had several points in the past year or so. The assassination of Donald Trump, that it may have started that. I actually think the assassination of Charlie Kirk will likely be considered the Fort Sumter moment, and it's possible in 100 years, they say, the Second American Civil War started with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Much like we hear the story of Franz Ferdinand, most people don't really know the full details of what happened. The story's actually pretty crazy. It was the assassins they lost him.
Comedy players, they end up fighting him, like they walk out of a cafe shop after thinking the entire thing has failed, and he's right outside. That's the only reason they actually are successful.
And then they start.
My question is, what could possibly, so the trend I think is obvious. We always say there is no off-ramp. The trend is political violence is becoming more common, more accepted. People are becoming unhinged. I don't see that slowing down. We're in a spiral. So what kind of event or what would have to happen to prevent us from continuing down this path?
That's why I don't think it's possible. Right, so we were hoping with a popular victory of Donald Trump, I was like, that's going to send the message that we are the moral majority and we've won. Instead, the response is, I don't care if we're the minority, we're the majority. And so you end up with the people voted for Trump, for the Republicans. The Republicans have everything. They've got the majority in the House and in the Senate. They've got it in the Supreme Court. They've got the executive branch. And now ICE is enforcing laws that have been on the books for decades. What are the Democrats doing? Fighting. War. Terror. Democrats are obstructing the administrative level, having their police target federal law enforcement. Their judges are trying to bar Donald Trump's from enacting his authority in the Constitution. And then you have the ground level leftists who are engaging in acts of terrorism and trying to murder cops or ram them with vehicles. There have been 4 rammings already and 6 instances where vehicles have been used as weapons.
I think there's more than that. There's a lot of stories that of agents getting boxed in, but there's no actual assault or violence, so it doesn't get reported. Right. So I think it's
when LA County declared a state of emergency or federal law enforcement, I was like, guys, this is a popular vote winner. Every branch of government said we're going to enforce the laws that have been on the books for decades. And in California, they said it's a state of emergency. They are telling you they're at war. It doesn't mean to be a shootout, but when they start to create some warning, Lord help us.
Well, you have this irony, right? Again, the fact that this is a
Fucking worst pilot ever, dude.
everybody, and that allows you to keep way closer to the line than you would if you actually recognize the type of fighter you want to. And this really sets us up for a scenario where we could just zombie walk into the Civil War without even recognizing it. Because so many people are acting as if none of this is serious and none of it is taken seriously. And that's part of course, the left's making sure that you throw all this funny stuff out there. You put that out front as if it's a non-threatening, it's not going to be a big issue, and then you don't realize that you've already crossed several red lines in the process.
Yep, that's why Frank Brown. And it kept making these arguments as to why Trump can't use federal authority in the states, despite the fact that the precedent already shows us that. The argument is Lincoln had no authority from the Constitution to suspend habeas corpus when Congress did it. He did anyway. And then Congress retroactively approved it, claiming the president that the president can suspend habeas corpus and then seek approval after the fact, which is nuts. Based on the timeline, if we look at the Charlie Kirk assassinations and what something it's only been a month. And the Battle of Bull Run was, I think, 3 months after something. Theoretically, we could be zombie walking towards the first. I described it as just an example, not like something that's going to happen about the first Battle of Chicago. Because Chicago seems to be where the heat of things are taking place. If the gangs get into a shootout with federal law enforcement,
What the fuck
and
is
leftist
that?
extremists, not caring why, decide to join and help them for some reason, we will have a moment that we may not actually describe as the first Battle of Chicago, but historically they will. We'll just say a shootout erupted in Chicago. A couple of years after the fact, we might say, here's what they're calling it. Just like they didn't say Civil War for 2 years after Fort Sumter.
I mean, look at COVID.
Our troops are taking Delta.
This is a long one. No one wants to leave it at first. We're like, you know, what's going on in China? They're building those emergency hospitals. It's like jokes. So no, that's not the bad in China. All that news that was.
Our troops have neutralized objective Charlie.
Well, and this is why it was so important, and I kept pushing, like, right after Charlie was shot, like, we have to take drastic action now, like, right away, because the thing that always allows things to escalate is not too much action, too much authority, it's a lack thereof. And whenever you hesitate, you're encouraging this, so by stepping in and taking small actions, you're actually making things worse. It's easier to do more than it is to do less incrementally. That's counterintuitive. That's absolutely the case, especially when you're doing the executive. You need to take bold action, sweeping action, put this down immediately and cut it off right at the source rather than letting it like what's
That's what they're doing. As I've been saying, like, Trump needs to send his troops now, these jurisdictions under executive federal management, and declare an insurrection and an emergency, and Trump can come out. You know, I don't know, but he's playing footsie, and maybe they're waiting for winter. I'm being optimistic when I say that. Really, I don't know. One of the arguments is that there will be riots in the Florida, and so the Fed is waiting a few months for so that places like Chicago, particularly in Portland a little bit, but Chicago more so, when they react, New York and Chicago, it's LA is always going to be nice. But now is the time to do it, and I think you're right. If the federal government allows this insurrection and this sedition, it will embolden and keep going.
Whoa!
Troops in now, and people are like, okay, we're going to stop. The fact that Trump is taking it slow and allowing the left to organize and develop, once again, parallel.
Yo, dog. I got an idea.
I mean, that's why this entire crackdown has never really been about punishment. I mean, to a certain degree for some people. The objective, like you're saying, is incapacitate.
You dead, dog.
When a child is bashing his toy truck on a glass table, you know, when you take him away and take his toy away, you're not punishing him. You're just trying to get him to not break the table. And that is, you know, the mandate.
Don't worry,
of the
dog.
government.
Spawn on
It's
me.
like, hey, they're about to break this table. Pull them away. Enough. You got to incapacitate.
Let's jump to the story from Newsweek. Steve Bannon says, quote, there's a plan for Trump 2028. What is that plan? Trump Jr. 2028? Because I'm not buying it, but this is what Bannon is saying. Quote, he's going to get a third term. Trump is going to be president in 2028, and people just ought to get accommodated with it. At the appropriate time, there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. They say that Trump is going to be points like an amendment to the
Dude,
United
he's
States.
hitting me through barrels, man.
Presidents are limited to 2 elected
My
terms.
God.
Now you see
What a
the
fucking
mistake they
faggot,
made.
bro. This guy just killed himself.
You know, we can try.
I know what I must
Try and
do.
guess what the play may be. But we got it right here, and I'll throw it in. Section 1, 22nd Amendment. No person shall be elected to the
Man,
office
this
of
game's
president more
already
than
done.
twice.
Holy
And no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of term, if some other person is elected president, shall be elected to the office of
This
president.
grenade launcher is the
And
same.
anybody in the room, answer for me what the key word is
Dog, I died.
Set up that emergency. I mean, ultimately, if it's an amendment, you're just as likely to be able to repeal it as anything else. You repealed, prohibition. You could repeal this too. Ultimately,
I'm just gonna watch.
The words are
I fucking
relatively
eat something. I'm
meaningless.
hungry.
So
I'll be back.
the fact is, if Trump wants to be president, we understand the spirit is that he can't be, but it does say elected. So it sounds like if the elected route is the route they go, there's an emergency. Trump declares an emergency under National Security Presidential Directive 51.
no.
Created by Bush, the president has the authority under executive orders to overwrite the U.S. government with an enduring constitutional government device, a single branch that controls everything and appoints a national cabinet coordinator. The play may be an emergency. Here's the deal, man. There's a bunch of different plays that could happen. Trump invokes the Insurrection Act, says we are in an active civil war, and for that reason, Trump doesn't get elected at all. He stays president because there's no election in a time of war. Now, even the U.S., the Union had an election during the Civil War. But there's a bunch of plays Trump could make in terms of emergencies that avoid elected presidents.
I'm wondering if like Bannon actually consulted the Trump administration on this, because I mean, like, I don't know if there's really an appetite, because J.D. Vance is a shoo-in at this point, quite frankly, if things hold, and he would probably carry over most of the staffing, if not the overwhelming majority of the staffing. So, like, I mean, obviously Trump would have to make the final decision here, but at least within the Trump administration, I assume they're like, a Vance term would just sort of be a continuation of Trump's policy, so why would this even be necessary?
Have you guys seen the meme, you can just do things?
Yeah, it's true.
What is stopping me from taking this Wolf box, let me detach this, there we go. This is a fan. What's to stop me from just shucking it as hard as I can at tape?
Nothing really.
Nothing really.
Cameras.
Laws?
Laws. Yeah.
Social decorum? Like, the reality is, within the realm of physics, I could do it. But we know that man has written things down saying, do not do this. So there is a presumption that should I do something like that, well, Tate would probably tackle me and then maybe we get into a fight, or I don't know, I actually don't know what he would do if I whipped something at him
Probably
like that.
just take
Fun
it.
content.
Like, just cry.
The point is, there are reasons why we don't do these things because, one, I mean, we have empathy, we care about each other, we don't want to hurt each other, some people don't. But we also fear the laws of man. But the reality is those laws won't actually stop a person from doing it. So we wrote down in the Constitution, Trump can't be president. The question is someone willing to exercise the power to just do what they want? And Bannon is saying, yes, we have. We don't care what's written down. If we choose it doesn't apply to us, it doesn't.
Well, I'll now invoke who shall not be named. Carl Schmitt, of course, talked. I know, we're all over. But he talked about the sovereign is he who decides on the exception. His entire point in saying that is that any given constitution is only an outline for how the system should go. You can never define every instance that the system will run into. And by definition, anything the Constitution has been planned for has to be an exception to that system. And when you hit those exceptions, the only question is who's in charge? Who's sovereign? And the sovereign is he who can decide this is an exception. Lincoln says it's an exception. We got to take back the South, and so the Constitution doesn't matter anymore. Habeas corpus doesn't matter anymore. I can disrupt elections. I can throw journalists in jail. Because guess what? Justices. It turns out that he was sovereign and he had the power to decide on the exception. And this is important to understand what a constitution really is. Constitutions don't stop anything ever. It's some words written on paper. A constitution is what the people collectively believe. And so if the people collectively believe that Trump can't have a third term, but if the people no longer care, if they've lost their faith in those kind of things, if that tradition no longer holds, then the words on paper don't stop anything. And we've seen the left, really just base their entire movement on this idea that they can just say, I don't care what constitutionally says, as long as the people aren't going to enforce it, it doesn't matter anymore.
What do you think would happen if it's the year 2026?
Tank on me.
And 26 polling stations in swing districts are bombed by what do you think would happen?
I mean, again, sadly, I don't think this is exactly outside
Holy
of the
fuck.
case, there's zero doubt that Trump will have to step in and use military force to return order. There's something that
People would demand it. Trump is not.
Now let's try that.
and they should.
What would happen in 2028? Donald Trump in office, not running for office. J.D. Vance is running.
Dude, where's my bullet,
Trump
bro?
is
Where are my
running
bullets?
and saying,
Actually,
hey, he's fantastic, and the polls are doing really well. then early voting began in these areas. There's questions about whether or not these places like maybe Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, they're leaning red, and then began several dozen bombings at polling stations in areas that are Republican leaning in these states where you lose those votes. They're decimated, the ballots are destroyed, maybe 10,000 in each location, 1,000 in each location. Antifa culprits are caught on camera. One guy gets arrested, he's a known far leftist. Sounds like Trump would say, fellow Americans, in swing states, largely which will determine which candidate is going to win, Republican voting districts were just bombed. Several injured, several killed. We've arrested several people. We have evidence. It was an attack by left extremists to stop Republicans from being able to win. This election is now void. How can you then carry on the election knowing that key areas of swing states are bombed? There's a million more ways to go down. As you said, he was already saying, was it Trump says, how would it be fair to conclude this election knowing that far-left radicals destroyed the votes of countless numbers of Republicans in states where they wanted their voice heard? If their voice is not heard, then the president is not chosen. He can then say, I firmly believe, even with this attack, Democrats will be the winner. Because of those attacks, we won't know. Therefore, we will hold a new election. We will need another 6 months to prepare. This election will take place in August of next year. Something like that. I think it's far-fetched. I'm saying this because there are a million and one ways Trump may be president in 2024. We can hypothesize, and I agree with you when you said it's not a possibility that leftists will bomb polling stations or something like that, or even Trump's carrying ballots.
Are you familiar with the phrase "meme magic"?
Oh, of course.
So we say that as a joke, but actually it's very real.
I got
right?
eyes on enemy
these
tank!
things build themselves
Oh
into
my
existence.
God, he's
So
up on top,
Trump is sitting
man.
there, and the left is saying, "No kings, right? No king. We have to have this no king protest." And then all of Trump's supporters say, "Well, you know,
The
what?
fucking medic!
He is a king."
He's not
Right?
killing
We
the guy
start
that I
putting
just
out
pinged.
videos of him with a king head, and it's all jokes and it's all until suddenly the left starts treating him like, oh well, no, we have to fight him like he's a king, and then the right says, no, we have
God,
to defend
he's
him like he's a king. And actually,
still
if he's a king, he has the
alive.
powers of it. And before you recognize this,
What's this fucking
that
piece of shit's
hyperstition
name?
has taken place, right? Retroactively, you have moved yourself into a frame where whether it's true or not, whether anyone even wanted Trump as king or not, every side has acted as if he is king, and therefore he is, right?
Oh.
I'm
walking around
sorry,
DC.
This is incorrect. He's God Emperor.
It's true. I'm gonna start walking around with like a no Caesar sign, see if I can start a movement. An American. That'd be kind of nice. Oh, I would sure hate it.
I didn't fucking click that, man.
The DHS War Farm edits that you put now.
Ultimate
ICE
fucking
and DHS agents just tracking down the far-left protests. And it's crazy because like music and there's flashing lights. It's an awesome edit, but people are cheering for this. Like it's not just like, hey, yeah, cool, they're upholding the law. Yes, more of this, you know. And so people are calling for. And that's what's so tragic to me about what the left in general is. Now you've got people right who's like, I don't care anymore. I want my family to stay safe. I don't want to die. Let's have 2% raise yourself.
This energy is all across the West. I mean, fundamentally, what's driven Trump to this point is that he's tapping into the frustration of immigration, broadly speaking. And this has been all across the West. We've been like covering Ireland riots and that sort of thing. And Ireland is a great example of what happens when you don't even have a right-wing party in the second or in the United States, we have a Trump administration that is fulfilling mandate. Hey, you still got to give them some red meat. You got to give them the edits. You know, you got to give them this, that, and the other. But the left should really understand that Trump is what's keeping the balance. Like Ireland is what things could escalate into if it weren't for Trump sort of carrying out that mandate. And then likewise on the other side, I could very well see them bombing ballot boxes, these sorts of things, because the reason we're seeing this leftist violence in the first place is because Trump is so effective. He has been with it. They realize they go back into a corner, and that's why they're lashing out. Because they feel like the right A is going to down power in this state. In many ways we do. But B, they just feel that piece of corner. They feel like their avenues to power are completely cut off. And so that's why they feel like they need to lash out.
It's not just the terror attacks and the violence that we're seeing in the cities. rallies, like that's definitely. I need a medic. But so as we've been recording, the news broke that Hakeem Jeffries has endorsed Zohran Mamdani. So you basically have the Democrats as a whole now saying, yeah, this communist thing, we're on board with it. So Trump could just be like, hey, there is no Democrat Party anymore. It's communism. Their votes do not count. Like, we're not playing this. We fought communism. We're not going there.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would do that. Stephen Miller's too smart. I think if Trump wants to go this route, false flag attack. I'm not. You know, it's funny because people have asked me, "Do you really think Trump would do a false flag attack?" Maybe not Trump, but certainly someone around him. Come on, talk about winning. And they tried to put this man in prison. They arrested his lawyers. Nothing's off the table. Winning is winning. And if you are, to be fair, I'll put it like this. Conservatives have continually showed themselves to be the samurai, the people who have tried to fight crime. So that's why I really don't think we'll see a Trump administration false flag attack. But I also wouldn't put past anybody who's ever if the left doesn't engage in these acts of violence or terror, and Trump really does want to be president for a third term, how hard would it be? Right now, they put out another bounty on the pipe bombers from J6. I think it's fairly obvious the pipe bombers were Democrat trying to malign Trump.
Did you see the new videos they released?
Yeah. Maybe we should actually pull them up.
Yeah, and it's crazy. A lot of people are... All right, go ahead.
Let's pull the story from Zero Hedge. FBI... Actually, let me zoom out so we can see the actual story. FBI releases new surveillance video of January 6th pipe bomb suspect. FBI surveillance footage showing placing pipe bombs the night before January 6th. The video show... Actually, is this the video right here?
On January 5th, 2021, between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m., an unidentified individual.
Winning dog.
Fucking medic!
These guys just play like fucking fags, man.
God?
What?
Why aren't you playing, dog?
Just looking at something.
What?
Just looking at something.
Fuck you doing?
placed pipe bombs near the offices of the Democratic National Committee and the Republican National Committee in Washington, D.C. The FBI and our partners are renewing our call for tips from the public to help us identify the suspect. A reward of up to $500,000 is available for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the individual responsible for this attempted attack. If you have any information, please call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. You can also submit tips online at tips.fbi.gov.
I don't know why it's 8 minutes.
What would you do if they started putting weird skins?
I don't know how I'd feel because I haven't even fucking played COD when they did that, so I probably wouldn't like it, and I'd probably think the people buying them are really good.
All squads, objectives have been marked. Secure and hold those positions. Hostiles are inbound.
We're engaging objective Charlie.
No aim assist at all, thanks, man.
We are ahead of the enemy.
Damn, that light is bright!
Attack support is needed on the marked objective.
Oh. Yes.
Are you fucking serious? I didn't kill one person. Wow, he doesn't want to die at all, does he?
Medic!
He somehow took more damage than what my bullets can do. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah, this team is literal AIDS. Like they actually have AIDS.
Nice, dude.
And gray with the yellow Nike logo. Fewer than 25,000 of these shoes were sold between August 2018 and January 2021. The first time the suspect is seen is at approximately 7:34 p.m. at the intersection of 1st Street and North Carolina Avenue Southeast.
Okay, I don't want to play the full thing, but
The shoe thing.
does anybody here think the person was not a Fed? No hands? Maybe not Fed, but I firmly believe this was some kind of. This was not some leftist terrorist or individual. Like, this was intentionally, specifically pertaining to the January 6th riots. Guys, what is the probability that J6 was fomented intentionally to try and destroy Donald Trump?
Could have been foreign. I see that stat where there's 25,000 pairs of shoes made. That's not a lot for America. That's not a lot of shoes. Now you narrow it down to who might have been in DC near J6, and there's all these other parameters. You can narrow that number down. So there's probably
You ever put
less than
sugar
50
in
people
cornflakes,
that they
try to
think
make it
could
taste like
die.
Frosted Flakes?
The fact that they haven't gotten them 5 years later, they have no leads whatsoever. Then now they're having to release all this additional footage because they're lost. Maybe it was a foreign actor who's fled the country the day after. I mean, a lot of people always assume it's domestic that causes the internal strife in America, but why not someone from Iran, Qatar, Israel, etc.?
Well, yeah, that, or I mean, again, I don't want to completely, lose sight of this. This very well could have been a leftist that's just seeking to foment
Dog,
some
what
sort
time
of,
did you wake up today?
Civil strife, so they can impose their will. I mean, we did see in J6 there was a lot of speculation that there were like Antifa-aligned actors in the crowd that were trying to agitate, trying to rile people up. Like, that is
Fall
in their
back asleep.
playbook to sort of bring forth civil strife so that they can do their thing, so they can operate with more impunity. But I mean, yeah, it's
Look how I'm like running. That doesn't even work.
A lot of people online are saying, I didn't get this from the video, but the additional security camera footage, you see the person walking, why it's a woman. I
I will watch this and do a gate analysis.
Oh my fuck.
Attack support is needed on the marked objective.
Dirty hole.
Delta has been secured.
Yeah.
Oh.
So who are the Jays facing? I assume they're good, right?
Their bullpen apparently isn't the greatest thing. Their starting pitchers are
I can't do it anymore.
And then south on South Capitol Street. This footage of the
Interesting.
suspect on South Capitol
That
Street
does look
shows the
feminine.
person setting
Kind of
down their
strut.
backpack, which is believed to contain one of the bombs at this time.
I'm gonna say woman. I'm gonna tell you why. It's the bending over.
Yeah. It's,
Oh
Watch
dear
the bending over.
gods.
This footage of
All call signs, you are cleared to attack. Secure the OBJ
Oh.
and defend against any hostile acts. Move out.
We are attacking objective Bravo.
Dirty little. Oh.
Hostiles are assaulting Charlie. We've neutralized objective Bravo. We have lost Charlie. Bravo is being secured.
I'm just getting every fucking kill stolen.
Echo has been neutralized.
We are winning the fight. Keep it going.
We've begun our assault on Charlie.
Of the suspect on South Capitol Street shows the person setting down their backpack, which is believed to contain one.
Because women have lower centers of gravity, it's much easier for them to control their legs as they're bending their torso up and down. Men would not. That likely is not masculine. In my, well, I don't know for sure, but it's very effeminate movements, and
Objective Bravo neutralized.
All call signs you are clear to attack. Secure the OBJs and defend against any hostile acts. Move out.
Fucking knew he was there, man.
I'm bleeding out! Medic!
Dude, how does he kill me so fucking fast? Same gun. Gun does not kill that fast.
Marked objective under threat. Let's defend the position.
All right, we're controlling the battle. Good work.
Burn back!
Thank you.
Let's go! Hey, thank you! Come on!
Horrible.
Enemy attack launched on Bravo.
Why did he lean me?
Be advised,
Not
we've
even
lost
near a wall.
objective Delta. We've neutralized Alpha. All right, friendlies have secured objective Delta.
Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
Our attack on Echo is underway.
What the fuck is my team doing, man?
We now hold more objectives. Keep pushing.
Our forces are attacking objective Charlie. Be advised, hostiles attacking Bravo.
Dude, for like the past week, this map has played so slow.
Does it?
Fucking trash teammate can't even fucking get a kill. What the f? Everyone leaves B. Everyone, every single person on my team always leaves B. We have D, but we're gonna leave B. God.
The enemy has taken more objectives.
No aim assist. Holy shit. Where's my aim? Okay, that's a submachine gun. Oh, I assume I'm gonna have aim assist on a submachine gun.
We're attacking Delta.
Frag out!
We've lost control of objective Charlie. Our forces are hitting Alpha.
That literally provides no cover. What's the point of having it there? Just to fucking clutter up the room? My God.
Seriously, watch the videos of women. They have a man and a woman stand against a wall, and they'll tell the woman to bend over and pick something up, and the man to do it. Men can't because of their higher center of gravity. So when you notice the legs stay perfectly straight and don't move as the torso moves up and down, very indicative of a woman.
Of the bombs at this time.
Hard to know for sure,
The
though. I mean,
suspect
narrow hips.
appears to put on a pair of glasses and scan the area, standing on tiptoes.
Trans man?
Regardless, we should be looking for cars with curb rash. I think that'll help us.
There you go. That proved it.
Before picking up the backpack, turning around, and heading back the way they came
I like the
on
music.
South
It's
Capitol
very
Street.
Right, very FBI. Yeah,
Ukraine.
FBI stepped their game up.
After reaching the corner of D Street, the suspect turns around again, and this time walks south all the way down South Capitol Street to a bench outside the Democratic
Attacking
National
target
Committee
the objectives.
headquarters
Take
building.
ground and control it at all costs. Let's move.
Hard to tell from this.
Where's my bullet going? Just because the fucking trees in the way?
Medic!
My God.
We're targeting objective Delta.
Here we see the suspect on the bench for a few minutes. They do not place the bomb at this time.
Man spreading.
Hand spreading?
Men like to sit on benches, do you think?
That is true. Man.
The suspect then walks east on Ivy Street.
We should either our head
Neutralize Delta.
Narrowed it down. Well, I was gonna say they put the bag down really delicately, but I guess there's a bomb in it, so you can do it.
But it was a fake bomb that was very similar to training bombs they use. In my understanding.
Secure Delta.
Turns north on New Jersey Avenue, and then pauses near the corner of D Street before retracing their steps back to the DNC bench where the first bomb is placed.
I just want to really stress though, because guys don't bend down like that.
Yeah, no, that's summertime.
And this does look a little bit more feminine. It's tough.
I need to. The bending over for back, guys don't do. Guys typically don't have. I'm not kidding. The like how many guys can stretch forward and touch their toes?
If you're saying though, if this is a Fed or some kind of deep state individual, wouldn't they do something like shape? You don't think so? Someone that would be sent for this kind of operation? You're not going to send a fat guy.
Okay, well, let's just try this. Literally, we're all dudes. Stand up and bend over perfectly, standing straight up without your legs to reach down and grab something off the ground.
The audience is gonna
Get the wide cams there.
Get the wide cam. This proves everything. Now you're bending your knees. Okay. Now bend your knees. Reach down without bending your knees. So the point is this. You could do it, but you wouldn't because it's not comfortable. You'd bend your knees.
I'd probably go.
I see. Yeah.
I'd probably squat.
So, but more importantly, this individual went up and down, went down, up, and then down more,
Sticking their
without the legs moving, and they were together, very feminine.
They're really sticking their derriere out as well.
Right.
Nice, dude.
So I guess this lesbian.
Maybe.
Here
Fair
we
much.
see the
Is there
suspect
any
place the
Subaru
bomb at
spotted nearby?
approximately
Newly
7:54
minted
p.m.
Toyota Tacoma.
Is anybody getting a boy haircut recently?
Basketball shoes though.
Basketball. That's very
That
lesbian.
is very
On
lesbian.
the place. There you go.
WNBA paraphernalia.
There, the person walks north on 7th Capitol Street.
I'm curious how fast this person is actually walking.
The enemy are attacking objective Alpha.
East on D Street. South
when,
on New Jersey Avenue.
Remember when the wife? Okay, so Ilhan Omar is dating this guy who's married, and then some air train guy just randomly killed the one who's just like his wife in the same neighborhood where his wife lives. And, the air train guy was supposed to kill his wife. Yeah, it was right there walking the dog. He got murdered randomly for no reason. And then you find out that this dude that Ilhan Omar's with is married to the same redheaded woman in the neighborhood walking the dog. Somebody told the air train guy to kill her.
On North Carolina
Dude, I'm
Avenue.
around the fucking corner, man.
Coverage of the suspect at approximately 8 p.m.
God. Literally, I'm like 4
later,
feet around the
at
corner.
8:08 p.m., we pick the suspect back up on camera at 2nd Street. The suspect walks west on C Street, enters the alley that leads to Rumsey Court, and then walks west on Rumsey. This footage shows the suspect pass between the RNC and the Capitol Hill Club, holding the backpack out
Maybe
to the
trans
side.
man. I'm not kidding, maybe trans man.
The person continues between the RNC and the Capitol Hill Club. Then continues north on 1st Street, east on C Street,
Yeah.
back into the alley,
Making sure no one's
Rumsey
around
Court,
and
back on Rumsey Court.
What a fucking faggot,
Seems
man. What a
really
fucking
familiar with the
faggot.
RNC, so he might be gay.
he?
Gay.
Disgruntled staffer.
Yeah.
They place the second pipe bomb at approximately 8:16 p.m. The suspect then turns back onto Rumsey Court, walking east until the person is last seen on camera at approximately 8:18 p.m., wearing the backpack on their shoulders. The bomb is believed to have been placed shortly before this video, based on how the suspect is carrying the backpack. We still believe there is someone out there who may not have realized it was significant until this. We're asking you
so
to come
gay,
forward
dude.
to share that information
Literally
with the
impossible to
FBI.
play with a team that is that
Please
bad.
call the FBI.
Alright.
I'll be back. Hey guys, we're gonna be really about the game and we're gonna get sponsored to be. We gotta get sponsored, guys. We can't have fun on the game unless we're getting sponsored. Fucking pieces of shit.
Tim, could you rewind real quick to
Let's
the
get
graphic when it
destroyed
shows when he placed the first bomb at the DNC? I'm curious to the timestamp on there compared to when he placed the RNC bomb, and then I want to
Nice,
see
man.
that distance. How much time it took for him to cover that distance?
I think it was like what 20.
What a fucking piece of shit joke, man.
Because it was.
Yeah, it's you can't bounce around on X videos like that.
Yeah.
So, but they have it written
Nice.
down.
Nice.
7:34. And 8:15
Can
is
you
what's
fucking
happening.
kill yourself? Actually.
Device at the DNC was 7:54. RNC was 8:16.
Okay.
It's really not that late at night to be.
It's not. That's
Oh
just
my
the evening.
Right.
It was what the RNC and DNC is about 6 blocks from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes ish.
Fake bombs that look very similar to the bombs they use in training exercises.
Were they fake?
Yes.
I thought they were real. They just didn't.
I thought they were fake.
I don't think the FBI said.
Or maybe they not have said either way.
Yeah, they just say pipe bombs. Okay, no, viable explosive devices.
Wow. Okay. So.
Devices were diffused. Okay, I was wrong. Wow.
And if this was an operation
What a fucking
of the
faggot
deep state or,
piece of shit,
you know,
man.
CIA
Holy
of some
fuck.
sort, this is the perfect
God,
suspect.
why
You
does
can't see
nothing
their
work?
face, they're fully clothed, gloved, masked, and we don't know if it's a man or woman. We're debating it.
Right.
Like this is the perfect subject for this.
Where were you at, Tate? On 2021 at 7:54 p.m.
I need to talk to a lawyer.
It's like your bar mitzvah,
Is
right?
this game fucking retarded?
There was a wall involved. I was kissing it. You know. It was a whole
I
thing.
guess so, dog.
Wow. Yeah.
I think it's very obviously.
What a fucking
this is maybe it's not Fed, but it's some kind of operation.
I still like. I think people in America are so quick to just assume this is a leftist or.
Okay, why is it on my second screen?
Whatever angle you choose, but dude, at the height of when this was going on, and you realize Trump was.
It's on this
contesting
screen.
the
Now when I
election,
go to
the
full
Russia
screen, it
claims
goes to
weren't
my
debunked,
second screen.
People still thought he was a Russian
That's
asset.
fucking
Who knows if
retarded.
I lean towards foreign asset, foreign government of some sort.
To be fair, in the lead up to January 6th, it was still like a very well-known quantity. There was a lot of Democrat politicians, leftist media were complaining about the march in general. They were saying, "Oh, this is like ridiculous."
God,
this is
what a
over the top."
fucking
So like I
piece
think
of shit.
among the leftist activist space, they were aware that there was going to be a ton of patriots.
Iraq Valley. Who wants to play this fucking map, dude? Look! Fucking faggots can't even move out of their spawn. Garbage. Garbage. Holy fuck.
In DC on one day.
Why would you target both?
That's what I was going to say. The fact that both of these locations were targeted is it's either there to completely throw you off. You would need like one bomb to be real and one to be fake, or it's very clear that ultimately this is meant to sow confusion, right?
Right.
Like if you had a specific political target, you wouldn't distribute the bombs equally across both parties. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the news, I mean, this is an old story, and we're kind of talking about it for the first time in a while. But when the story was big, it was all kind of attributed to, see, look how violent J6 was. There was pipe bombs and a riot.
How did AOC know? How did AOC know in advance that Trump supporters would storm the building? You know this story, right?
I don't.
This is like a month after January 6th. AOC told the story. I think it was a month. It might have been a couple weeks. Told the story where she said she was in her office and she was banging on her door, and she went and hid in the bathroom thinking the rioters and the guy went.
Damn dog, fly it. Fucking cock.
And then it turns out it was actually the officer evacuating people from the White House. At that point in time in her story, no one had breached the house. She was telling a story about the time when they bought lunch, what time it was when this happened. Track when the evacuations happened, when the actual storm happened. What made
cha-cha-cha-cha.
on to the tunnels to fake story. I'm not gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. No, she said they were gonna kill me. Okay. They were gonna get in the building.
Nice.
Terror, right? Like that's the whole point, and I think that's why a lot of people are very suspicious about the number of FBI agents in the crowd during
Holy
this whole
fuck.
thing.
What is up to
This game really likes to top
plus
left
not
corner.
to even mention.
Yo, I spawned at B and then it spawns me to tank at C. This game is on fucking wrath.
We're getting out of hand at some level. But if you're a highly corrupt FBI that's obviously been pushing Joe Biden's agenda on the right the entire time, if you've been identifying the right as the most dangerous terror threat, the most dangerous domestic terror threat, if you've been fed all this stuff, it's probably not too hard for the agents involved to be like, well, maybe if we encourage a few people to go in, they want to do it anyway, right? We're just moving it along. It's just a little bit of entrapment. It's not a problem, and then the whole thing kind of spirals. So I think it's one of those scenarios where everything is already lit, and all they had to do was drop the match into the tender, and they were like, yeah, I think we're
Also curious to what comes out of this. Cash just said, hey, we're on the verge of unmasking the structure behind Antifa. And I think it was Andy No. I could get that wrong. But someone has been doing work exposing people at J6 dressed up as MAGA, and they're known Antifa members.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's Andy No that's been doing this work. So now I'm curious what the FBI is going to find, and if there's any connection between these NGOs, Antifa, and what happened in the lead up to J6.
What, dog?
There are videos of people like getting dressed, like they're by a bunch of trees, and people are like, "What are you guys doing?" It's like, not to mention there are several people who are seemingly as a violence were never tracked down by insurrection hunters or the police.
one of the things that people don't really put together, they complain about Trump, getting this giant budget for police and building this huge force military style budget. A lot of people go, we don't need that. We had Rand Paul and Thomas Massie, these guys saying about it. They don't think about the fact that the FBI
Dude, how am I still being fucking shot? It's 2 buildings away, bro. Hey, look at the window, you fucking retard. Holy fuck, same window. Can't do it.
Objective Bravo is under attack.
If that was us, we would be dead already. We would be so fucking hard.
Our troops are attacking Charlie.
We're just shooting at a fucking roof. Tank out in the open. Dude. How many fucking snipers are there, man?
We need attack support to the marked objective.
Nice, man. Just love how I'm the only one that gets killed out of everyone on scene. And he's still killing people. I have to get killed from behind, and then he gets a triple kill. Fuck, dude, that was... If I was able to swap teams from my team to the other team, I'd probably get 120 kills. Because these people are so fucking retarded. You actually cannot think comprehend, believe how retarded these people are.
Sure.
Enemy helo! Stay alert!
What the fuck with my bullets go? It didn't move for like 5 of the shot, but no, no hit. This fucking tank has an hard on to kill. Fucking destroy this building.
Be advised, enemy forces have captured Tango.
fucking epic animation. Just walking through fences again.
Our troops have lost objective Echo. Be advised, hostiles now hold more objectives. Right, our troops are attacking Echo. Okay, we have eyes on enemy threat.
What a sick fucking joke, man.
Is truly compromised. Like if it's really truly compromised beyond any hope, what would you do?
Charlie has been neutralized.
Would you build up your own force, your own military style budget where you get to hire the vast majority of people to ensure that they're loyal to you? Like people just don't do that math, but we know the FBI has been desperately searching for an extremely long time. It's probably not going to investigate itself and figure it all out.
Yeah, it takes, and I understand the frustration from people, obviously, especially because we've been antagonized by the intelligence sphere for so long. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is it does take quite a bit of time to reorient the FBI away from prosecuting and persecuting right-wingers. Like that's their specialty.
Their entire, that's what everyone in the organization has been hired for that purpose, right? Even Christopher Wray goes out and says right-wing domestic terror, most dangerous thing in the United States, right? Like that has been the governing doctrine of that organization for decades. It didn't just go away when Captain Pell shows up and fires a few guys.
Yeah, you don't just like put up a LinkedIn listing for an FBI agent, FBI official. Like it takes a while to like churn the staff.
And it turns out you can do that when you're scaling ISA.
That's true, and it's very based. Well, even ISAC has some pretty high standards. Like, I mean, but that obviously you're building it up, so that's different than churning, you know, a force. So yeah, and this is happening all across the administration. There's a lot of frustration, a lot of like, what's taking so long, this, that, and the other. And yeah, it's really important to put in perspective. You know, what a typical Republican administration looked like. I think we forget where we were before this. But then B, how long it takes to reorient these, you know, how long it takes to reorient these agencies. I mean, it takes a very, very long time because there's so much entrenched staff, there's so much deep state. Thankfully, this government shutdown has obviously given the Trump admin some breathing room now where they can start, you know, telling people like, yeah, you can come back to work, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, like you're saying, I mean, these things take time. It's unfortunate because like, yeah, we want to especially seeing people killed. But yeah, it's not like you can just snap your fingers. There's not a button on Trump's desk that says like make the left go right. Like unfortunately, it's just not how it works. Unless maybe Stephen Miller has a plan. I don't know. Maybe there is one somewhere. As far as I know, there's only a Diet Coke button
my bullets, you fucking piece of shit.
He's continually
Who is that guy who ran 60 yards in the wrong direction?
That's happened a few times.
put him in concussion protocol.
Happens in college football.
Punter, when the punter missed.
Steelers had a bad.
A lot of Republicans that do that.
That's what I mean.
So,
I think
And you're like, hold on a minute, maybe they're doing it on purpose.
right.
that's a new line of thinking though, because like I remember like the first like big election that I was aware of was Mitt Romney and Obama. And Mitt Romney's that the conservatives then
Oh my god, your garbage at the
night
game.
and day compared to the conservative movement now.
Like
Like
that,
now
you should
they're
die
like,
for
hey, we don't want to just stop
he kills.
Democrats. We want to
He
actually
just shot me. He
control
just shot me
things
through a wall.
and get
A
our own
brick
things done.
fucking
Well, I
cement
mean, you've been
wall.
around the conservative movement for a really long time, Tim is as well. Like, from my perspective, it seems
Oh,
like
dude,
Trump
if I
was
had
the
to
first
look at
time
these
that people
people, I
were
would have won
voting
the lottery
Republicans right of
1,000
center people were
times
voting
times
for a
10.
candidate. When pretty much every election prior to that, people were just saying, keep him out of office.
Yep.
I don't plug my nose and vote for this guy. Like, Mitt Romney was just an anti-Obama.
I mean, that's what I voted for Trump as a largely keep him out, keep Biden out of office. Second time around, it was relatively similar, but Trump has proven himself.
The conservative base seems to be like voting for Trump.
Indeed, correct.
That's because Trump was in the middle finger to Republican parties, right? Like Trump.
Well,
is-
he killed me
was
with the pistol when I
just
shot him
as
8 times.
destructive to what the Republican Party was, as he was to the idea of leftist dominance as well, which is why so many people hated him, and they still hate him, by the way. Like the vast majority of these people, who a lot of them went never Trump, and they did the Bill Kristol bulwark thing.
You're winning, dude.
Came back to the conservative movement, suddenly discovered that it was Donald Trump, until they couldn't vote for Ron DeSantis, and all of a sudden you had to vote for Ron DeSantis, or you were a traitor to the country, and you hated whatever. And then Ron DeSantis lost, so they kind of had to go back to Trump again, and now they're trying to police all the people who are actually loyal to Trump back out of the movement, right? So the Republican Party is still fighting Trump at like every stage, and so really, Trump is not just defeating the left; he is also defeating what was conservatism as well, because it's not fit for purpose. It does not pursue anything.
Still, do you think it's still happening though? 'Cause definitely in like 2022, 2023, when DeSantis announced his candidate signing, there was definitely a lot of pushback. I noticed Haley's and stuff, but I think everyone's kind of following the line of it, right?
I disagree. I think that there are a lot of people who are playing Trump fans so they can guide the Trump. They recognize MAG is the future now. So how do I define that? Right? If you're not familiar, this is how neoconservatives entered into the Republican Party. Right? This is the problem with our courage, rights. This is we have had a situation over and over again where the establishment sees the new party and they take control by coming in and saying, well, actually, we get to decide what that looks like, even though we were against you 10 minutes ago. Now we're on your team, and since we're so smart and elevated, maybe we get to dictate here. And so I think we're seeing a lot more of that. They'll not come out and say directly I'm against Trump, but they are against everybody who supported Trump the whole time they were against.
Well, that seemed to be the real, sort of a side consequence of the DeSantis candidacy was it made it clear to Trump who was still loyal to this. At that time, Trump was bleeding out. I mean, Charlie Kirk was one of the only guys in the space that was like, no, we're sticking with him, he's the guy. I mean, Trump was bleeding allies everywhere. I think that for him was actually a moment that was helpful, that was beneficial to him, was it weeded out a lot of people that MAGA, but were ready to flip at the
How the
soonest
fuck
opportunity,
is he
the
there,
quickest off
man?
ramp. So.
Need a medic!
Need something that probably won't do anything.
Yeah, it is. We're waiting for you to finish your point.
Point's been made. I'm loyal to Trump to the very end.
Let's
Very conceded.
talk about what happens if we lose some votes from Puzzle.
There's a fucking
70% of
piece of shit
Democrats
up
support
there.
amnesty for illegal immigrants. 47% of voters said that Trump's immigration policies are too harsh. 32% support rights, 70% not harsh enough. 70% of Democrats support legislation for amnesty for illegal immigrants in the United States. So, if Democrats get power, we know exactly what they're going to do. For the fourth time now, they're going to let a large block of the United States and
I mean, I'm 41 now. And a single election during my adult lifetime that was considered legitimate. Like starting with Bush and Gore, and then birth certificate, and then you had the questions of Russiagate, and then Trump, and then it was the election with Biden and all the counts there. Nobody has accepted truly an election as legitimate the whole time I've been as an adult. And we're all I guess the Republicans, they just won that little
Dog, I'm
election.
fucking nasty.
I will be in prison.
Motherfuckers can't kill me, by all.
Dude, if the Democrat Party positioned themselves in support of Zoran and his policies,
They're real fucking idiots.
It's terrible. And the thing about Zoran that's so exporting that's kind of foreign. Like the Democrats, yes, they have, demonstrated they have proclivity, but it's not the third world style. The third world style is legitimately just killing political enemies, throwing them in jail, etc., etc. And the Democrats have flirted with that. But Zoran importing that style of, vaguely left-wing policy.
Bro, I'm just better. Fuck off me. Fucking pieces of shit. Yo, I'm just parachuting shit. I'm like, higher, let's go.
Can anybody name some policies? Like, I don't know, but all I know is, persecuting it's a form of vengeance that is particular to that part of the world. And then you're going to bring that voter base in. You're going to bring the voter base in that will continue. Don't believe me? Look at Indianapolis. Look at Ilhan Omar. All she's doing is a little select. Everyone's like, how is it that she's a Muslim but supports LGBT? It's because, that's not the point. Retribution and vengeance.
Destroy America. So it's also divide and conquer. It is, we want a Islamic Muslim community where we live, and we will weaken their machine to empower us.
Dude, look at
It's
these
amazing
fucking
how
kids, man.
gullible
They're fucking retarded.
conservatives are. If you just throw some kind of ideological gobbledygook at them, they'll just debate that forever rather than notice the obvious. Like, no, foreign hordes are importing their own people to take over your stuff. Like, you could track this back to thousands of years in BC, and it wouldn't matter. It's the same strategy. Nothing has changed about human nature. The fact that you have some abstract ideology where you think that as soon as someone walks into America, they randomly become George Washington. Like, sorry, but that's not actually how it works. Conservatives will just debate this endlessly rather than recognize the
What
obvious.
if we created some kind of viral gene manipulation where when we walk in,
Sir
spray
Pipe Layer
them,
has
and
come
they
to my
actually
rescue.
IQ goes up 20 points, they gain all of the
I don't get it. We gave them the author book constitutions and they still want to eat me. Like,
Holy fuck, brother.
As everybody knows, once we delivered the American constitutional system to Liberia, they became a developed
Your
socialist.
boy is an absolute fucking
I mean, they still eat each other. But the space station was a drawing from Liberia is a really great example of this multiculturalism is fake. Spanish colonies say, here's how the world works, and they're like, so we eat each other? And we're like, no.
Who in the
we
fuck
don't.
names the country
But I want to
Liberia?
eat 'em. And then it's like, we come back to check out, and we're like, how's the government going? And they're just like,
It was delicious.
no, what was the guy's name? What was the actual guy's name? Butt naked, General Butt.
Yeah, barbecue is
I'm
hate.
fucking dead.
They're eating people there
losing
too.
track of all the cannibals.
Wherever you're eating people.
Isn't he
still
I'm confused by this. Could you explain to us why giving an American constitutional system to people in Liberia did not create a utopia?
Sure. So, constitutions are not just written documents. Constitutions are literally what it sounds like. They are the way that people are constituted. And so when we write down things on a piece of paper, we're capturing what we were in that moment. So the reason that the American founding document is so beautiful is not just that the words on paper
Dog, is your name Chrissy Elaison?
are great. The
Constitutional system.
His name is not Chrissy Elaison. Kyrie Elaison.